I lay in a wheat field and gaze at the stars above. I know the stars have a dance with the sun and moon, and the sky changes colors. I know the air is crisp. I do not know for how long I've been laying in the fields. I know there must be more than wheat and sky, but wheat and sky is all I know. I sit up. I didn't know I could sit. I stand up. I didn't know I could stand. I begin to walk. I didn't know I could walk. Ahead of me, a castle appears on the horizon, growing larger and larger as I keep walking towards it, clumsily and stiffly at once. Inside the castle is a glamorous party. Beautiful men and women in strange clothing toast champagne and feed each other berries, dancing and laughing and petting each other. A horn sounds, the band glowing and grooving. I hear children screaming from the tower above and wonder if anyone else hears it. I get closer and drop to my knees to peer through a window. I see that these beautiful people have chains on their ankles. They trip and stumble, but do not seem to care. They're smiling all the same. I hear children screaming from the dungeons below and wonder why nobody else seems to hear it. Some of these beautiful people sit at a big table, and maids bring out what looks like a roast woman, served up with olives and pickles. I wonder if the woman on the table was ever a woman with strange clothes and chains on her ankles. I want to run, but I do not know what lies beyond the wheat fields, so I knock on the door. "Help," I say. I did not know I could speak. A man answers. "Welcome back home," he says. "Home?" I ask. "We cannot help you," he says, "unless you drop that sword." I did not know I was carrying a sword, but indeed, a sword sits on my hip. I reach for my hip to take my sword off my belt when I hear the children screaming within. "Why is there screaming?" I ask. "Hey." "What screaming?" says the man. "Everyone here is in ecstasy. Lay down your sword and come inside home." I am afraid to be inside without my sword, but I do not know what lies beyond the wheat fields. I want to help the children screaming and the beautiful people in chains, but I cannot help them if I go inside without my sword, I know. I want to help myself and run, but I know that inside there's food and music, and I do not know what lies beyond the wheat fields. "What lies beyond the wheat fields?" I ask the man. "Why, there's nothing beyond the wheat fields. Why would you want to know? Lay down your sword and come inside home." I reach for my hip to take my sword off my belt when a woman comes to the door and says, "Be warned. Once you come inside, you cannot leave unless you have a sword." I sit on the ground, unsure of what to do about my sword or where to go. A mouse climbs onto my leg and says, "You cannot stay here. You must go inside without your sword or pass through the wheat fields. Get up." "But I don't know what to do," I tell the mouse. "I do not know what lies beyond the fields, but I know it is inside. I want to go inside, but I don't want to leave my sword behind." "You cannot stay here," says the mouse. I hear children screaming inside. I cannot believe nobody else hears it. I reach for my hip to take my sword off my belt and knock on the door again. A man opens it up and I walk inside. I become the woman on the table.